Happy Wednesday. Welcome to another edition of Insomnia Maniacs Tarot with your host, Tropical Empress in Spirit. It's Rebel Wednesday, y'all. So how's y'all's Wednesday going? How y'all feeling tonight? Anything exciting? Anything new? Y'all been getting in any trouble? Doing anything fun? Hi, Eternal. Hi, Moonchild. How y'all doing? What are y'all talking about? Oh, you always make me smile, Eternal. Y'all got some rain today? Well, that's good. I'm sure it helped to cool things off. I know. I wish they hadn't done that to y'all either, because I definitely don't like it. Placing y'all's handle name on there instead of the ones y'all chose to have in the chat. Maybe YouTube will fix it. I don't know. I still don't know why they did it. And I was going to look it up, but I got busy. I got sidetracked organizing my office. So if y'all were here last night, y'all would have saw me pulling out those shoe holders that you can hang on like your closet door. I got 3 of them, and I filled up all 3 of them with my oracle decks that I are indie decks that come in a tarot cloth. So I filled all those up, hung them up on the door, hung them up on my my office door and the closet door. And I'll probably need a couple more, but I did manage to get most of my decks at least put up on this other shelf over here. But I'm still working on organizing everything else, so. But yeah, so those shoe holders are filled up. And I think they hold 24. There's 24 slots on each one of them, so there's 3. That's what, 72? And I think there's a few holders that has like 2 decks in them. So did that, and then my bookshelf, that shelf, and then this shelf is filled with decks. I told y'all I got a lot of decks. And no, I haven't counted them, so I can't tell you how many I have still. I have a lot though. Yeah. Moonchild, I got a lot. And as far as the general collective reading, beautiful people, I uploaded it, but it's still like showing it's only like 56% uploaded, and it's still showing like it's going to take like 9.5 hours or something like that. But it's weird because it goes up and down. Like if I check it 1 minute, it'll say 4.5. Next minute, it'll jump up to 9, and then it jumps back down. So I have no idea. So, but it should be coming out. Hopefully, y'all get it sometime by the end of tonight or tomorrow when y'all wake up. But welcome, beautiful people. I'm happy y'all are here. In case y'all are new to my channel, my name's Amanda. I'm Tropical Empress in Spirit. And this channel is a psychic tarot channel, but it's also about spirituality. So I'm an intuitive psychic tarot reader, and I have multiple gifts, but I also talk about different aspects of spirituality, and then we also do talk about other things that's going on in our personal lives, issues and such. So welcome in, beautiful people. Tonight is Rebel Wednesday. What's Rebel Wednesday? Well, this is when we get to, chill out a little bit and have some laughs. So I got 2 oracle decks that I'll be pulling cards from for those who want a personal mini theme reading. And then I have my Rebel deck, which is for laughs, which is why, it's called Rebel Wednesday. And then I pulled out the my Smart Alex Sharky deck too. So those are the ones I'll be using tonight. So I'm gonna give people a few minutes to get here. I did pull a couple of Oracle cards from the decks that I'll be using tonight, and this will be like the collective. You can call it the General Collective Mini Oracle Theme Rebel Wednesday reading for y'all, just so y'all can see what kind of cards I'm using. And y'all know the drill. Take the messages if they resonate. If they don't, you know, put them to the side. But I'll chat with y'all for a few minutes before I get into the collective and then the paid readings for anyone who wants them. Yeah, I do too, Moonchild. So, E-Tiger, if you're here, baby, I waited for you yesterday. I apologize that I had to get up and go use the restroom. But I will be more than happy to do your reading tonight. Even though it's the mini theme readings, I'll do yours because you paid for it last night. Hi, Bob. How you doing, baby? So I was up all night, y'all, after I got off the stream. When I say I was up all night, I didn't go to bed until, oh my goodness, I think I crawled in bed around close to 11 this morning. Because that's why, you know, after I got off stream, I was in here organizing my office again, trying to get everything sorted out, putting all the decks in the holders and moving the other decks and trying to clear off my desk and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, it took me that many hours to do. It's crazy. You been painting the fence? Well, are you almost done with the fence, baby? Or you still got a lot more to do? So yeah, I can now see like most of my decks, or I should be able to. I mean, I would still have to get up and go over there to get most of them, but at least I can kind of see them better than them being like all piled up everywhere in every corner. But I'm still probably gonna need another bookshelf. Halfway with painting. Well, that's good, baby. So you're halfway there. You just got halfway to go. Sounds like me with my office. I'm like halfway there and I still got halfway to go. Even though I spent all them hours in here last night and this morning. So, but I had like some boxes I had to break up too that I have piled up in the corner that I hadn't had a chance to get to yet. I just have this one corner that has boxes stacked up on top of each other that have been here since I moved into this house. And they're still sitting here. And I need to find a place for them because it's driving me crazy. Because that's one corner of space I could use actually. But right now it's with storage boxes, we'll just say. So, but yeah, that's what I was doing last night after I ended the stream with y'all and this morning. So, I think I got maybe 4 hours sleep, 4 or 5 hours, because I also had a meeting. Yes, in due time. Well, plus the fact that my back was still bothering me, so I had to stand up and move around a lot too. So that kind of helped. I can't figure out if it's this cushion that one of the subscribers had sent to me or not. I don't know, but give it time. So what else y'all been up to? Let's see. A Rebel, a Sharky deck. So I'll wait a couple more minutes, beautiful people, and then I'll do this mini thing collective so y'all can see what decks I'm using. So again, if y'all just entered the chat, welcome. I'm doing mini theme Oracle readings tonight. So I'm pulling from the couple decks that I chose for tonight, and then I'm also going to be pulling a Rebel card and a Smart Alex Sharky card, which is my favorite. Not a cloud in the sky to be seen. Well, that's nice, baby, because it was cloudy last night. Like I did. One of the other reasons why I stayed up is because I remembered a couple of people talking about the meteor shower. So I was hoping the weather would clear up so I'd be able to see it. Nope. I looked outside and it was still cloudy. It's like, well, yeah, that'd be my luck. That's okay. And then I know it was still cloudy today when I woke up, but at least it cleared up. It didn't rain. The rain did finally stop, but you know. Alright. This aside. I feel like I'm missing something. I have no idea. I feel like I'm missing something. My head wasn't connected. I missed that too. Alright. Put this here. Here. Oh, cool beans, Moonshine. That sounds like fun, honey. Hi, Rozelle. How you doing, honey? That'd be fun. See, I can't window shop, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but you can't get me to go window shopping for nothing. If I don't have money to spend, I stay home. That's how I keep myself from spending money. It's not that I don't have control. I can go into a shop and look around. It's that I don't like going into a store and seeing something I want and then be, tortured because I can't buy it. Or I refuse to, use a credit card to purchase something when I can't pay it off. So, that's me, though. He needed to get out. Yeah, I understand, Moonchild. It's good to get out of the house. It's not good staying locked up in the house all the time. I do know that. Yeah, I like looking around too. I just don't like going into no stores unless I got money to spend. I refuse. It's like that's why when people go through and ask me to put together like a wish list together, I'm like, really? I'm gonna see all this stuff I want, and I don't have the money for it at the time, but I still do it anyways. Yeah, the minute you get out, you want to go back ASAP. Oh, especially if I'm going to window shopping. Like I said, I'd rather stay home. But I like to get out and just enjoy the weather, though, too. Hey, Eternal. How you doing, baby? All right, beautiful people. I'm going to get into this mini theme, General Collective. Again, this is Rebel Wednesday, so in case y'all are wondering, this is where I do 2 Oracle decks that I picked. And I do a Rebel card, and I got my Sharky deck too. And so if y'all want a personal mini theme reading, it's $5 if you go through my PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle. Now, if you want to do it through the stream, the Super Chat or Super Sticker, it's $10, y'all. Just so y'all know, okay? And I even have it posted. There's a pinned comment in the chat for y'all. And again, if y'all are waiting for the General Collective pre-recorded reading, I uploaded it, beautiful people, and it was still showing like 9.5 hours the last time I checked it. 8.5, 9.5 hours, so, but it fluctuates, so I have no idea. But hopefully it'll post soon. Okay, so the first Oracle deck I pulled from, since it is my Heritage Month for the Bone Festival for my Japanese heritage, but I'm also Hawaiian. For y'all beautiful people who don't know. So, I pulled from one of my other Hawaiian decks. This is the animal, or the sea creatures in the ocean. Whispers of the Ocean is what it's called. And the card I pulled for y'all is called Dancing in the Rainbow. Oh, I guess let me use this. Make sure y'all can see this card. And it says, break free from whatever you feel is holding you back. Express happiness. Find out what you truly desire. And there's the beautiful dolphin with the rainbow. Isn't this a beautiful card? And it says, this card represents to you that no matter where you go or what you do, your optimistic and glowing energy will follow you and bring you happiness and joy. You charm others because you can always see the bright side, and you bring affection into people's lives. This beautiful, loving ability will get you through the tough times and will help you succeed. You are also at a point where you can share your utmost individuality and success with others. Expand and be willing to express who you are and what you stand for. Shine love on those you care about. And it says the Hawaiian dolphin spinner, or the Hawaiian spinner dolphin, is known to leap above the water and perform athletic feats in the air. Play is an essential part of the dolphin's way of life. You are presently in a time of new creative dimensions, curiosity, trust, and playfulness. Be open, breathe, and stay in harmony with your surroundings. The Hawaiian spinner dolphin reminds you to balance your daily life and let go of stress. Find ways to express your happiness. So dance, play around, and be happy is what this card is representing to y'all. Look at that beautiful rainbow. Oh, this is a gorgeous card. So beautiful people, break free from whatever you feel is holding you back. And be happy. Enjoy life. Be playful. You know, be like, that inner child that comes out. And I know sometimes it's difficult to do that, especially when we're going through our day-to-day tasks and taking care of our obligations and doing what, we are supposed to do as, responsible adults. But we still got to find time to laugh, be free, enjoy the moment, and not allow the stress or obligations burden us and weigh us down constantly or hold us back. So Spirit's asking you to find what you truly desire and enjoy it. Be in that happy, joyous time and express it. Share that happiness and joy with others too. That's what this card represents, like the dolphin, which I don't know how many of y'all seen the ocean. I would think all y'all have, but in case you haven't or seen dolphins out there, I mean, they do. Like, if you ever, I've been on boats and I'll see the dolphins come up and they jump out of the water and swim up next to the boat. Especially like on a cruise ship or on a big, huge, like a, one of those deep sea, fishing boats. I'll see them come up to that too. And then the other card, the other oracle deck I'm pulling from tonight is, this is just called a Sea. And the card I got for y'all is Decide. May you navigate with purpose. And it says, even as you choose to go boldly into the sea, you retain an awareness of the water all around you, alive to what you most want to feel and receive. You are mindful of your deepest intentions, alert to changes, and poised to take the next decisive action. So beautiful people, it's just like be playful. You know, do it with intention. Do it with purpose. Do it, because you know you deserve to have that happiness, that joy, and to spend time with others and share that love and happiness with others. So make sure when you're going about your daily life, right now, that you are happy and you have this awareness. Open up to others and let them see the light-hearted, softer side of you. And that'll bring others out of their shell. So if you're wondering if, you're having a hard time connecting with some people, maybe it's time to be playful with them. Let them see that light-hearted side. And then maybe if you do it with purpose right here, you can also see their playful side like this dolphin. And get to be able to connect with them better. Okay, and then, where's that other card? Of course, I hid it where? I hide stuff for myself all the time. I put it somewhere. Oh, right there in front of you, Amanda. All right. From the Smart Alex Sharky deck. Okay, it says, it starts with a B, y'all, but I'm just going to say witchy. It says, sometimes being a witch is the best solution when dealing with a-holes. And this is true. Sometimes you got to act that way, especially when other people come off that way and are that way with you, And then you get those ones that get an attitude because you treat them exactly the way they treated you in that moment, but they're not expecting it. So, beautiful people, if someone's being a jerk to you, don't be afraid to be a jerk back. Let them know you're not going to tolerate that nonsense. That's standing up for yourself, defending your boundaries, making sure that people understand they can't just treat you any way they feel like they can. They're not going to get away with it. So don't be afraid to be a jerk, a witch, an a-hole, whatever words you want to use. And then from the Rebel deck, it says, believe what you see. Force reality or live in effing la la land. Choose bravely. Yeah, be brave, be bold, navigate with intention. So believe what you see. And that's what I got for y'all beautiful people. For the mini theme general collective. So take what messages resonate, leave behind the rest. Something don't fit, don't force it to fit. And again, if y'all want a mini theme oracle reading, it's $5 if you go through my PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle. It's $10 if you use a super sticker or super chat. Alright, my beautiful people. And welcome everyone who came in late. Hi, Shelby. I hope you're feeling better, honey. Hi, beautiful Judith. How you doing, sweetheart? Are y'all gravy? Hi, Steve. How you doing, baby? And hi, everyone else. If I didn't say your name, welcome. So what's going on with y'all? Where did Bob run off to? You're better. You're in bed now. Nice and cozy. Sweet. Yeah, girlfriend, I only slept a few hours today, so since I was in here reorganizing my office. Oh, you're welcome, Moonchild. I hope it resonates for y'all. This is a gorgeous deck. There's some beautiful cards in here. I don't know, Eternal. I know Diane, when she was in here last night, she said that on some channels it was showing the original, like the name that y'all came up with. And then other channels, it was showing it like it's showing it in mine right now. I don't know, baby. I'd have to research it. And I was going to look into it last night. But like I said, I got busy organizing my office. Like, I don't know if I can move this, but... Hi, Daniel. How you doing, honey? It's good to see you too, sweetheart. Yes, I'm gravy. Thank you for asking. How you doing? Yeah, I don't understand it. I have no idea. You've been seeing it on Judith, and that's what Diane said last night, that it's on some channels it's showing up like it is right now in my chat, but on other channels it's the other way. So I have no idea. Hello, Beavis. How you doing, honey? Yeah, it's just weird why it's doing it that way on my channel. Hi, Randy. I saw you already, sweetheart. Oh, is that right, Beavis? Well, you know, I am a fan of Beavis and Butthead. I did watch that growing up. Butthead's in jail. It's like, well, what did Butthead do to end up in jail? You liked and subscribe. Well, thank you, Beavis, for liking and subscribing, honey. Yeah, I was a fan of Beavis and Butthead. That's probably one of the shows I do miss watching on cable. Because I did watch it growing up. Cool beans, Shelby. Butthead stole some fig bars. Thank you, Randy. Where do you play the game at, Shelby? Thank you, that's Teddy. Oh, well, thank you for thinking he looks peaceful, because most people think he looks mad, is what I get. I guess maybe it just depends, of course, his arm fell down. I had it set up, but it fell down. He's just back there chilling in the corner, and I got his girlfriend in the other corner. I've had that bear for many years now. Love is in the air. Yeah, Teddy is my bodyguard. He looks like he just finished a fine dinner. I don't know, he may have. Maybe he had something good. He didn't share it with me, though. Beavis, what do you mean by P-I or P-L? Where is love in the air? Oh, it's at the bottom of one of the decks. One of the oracle decks. Oh, okay. Am I Hawaiian? Yes, I'm Hawaiian, Beavis. I'm part Hawaiian. So you guessed correctly. Most people don't. They think I'm Native American. So I'm mixed. I'm Japanese, Hawaiian, English, Irish, and Scandinavian. Hello, Graham. I don't look Native American to you. Well, thank you, Beavis. I mean, people say it's a compliment, you know. But maybe they haven't seen enough Asian people like me to know the difference. But, you know. True indeed, Beavis. They do. So, but yeah, I'm Hawaiian, aka Polynesian. At least a quarter of me is, I think. Y'all talking about love. Love will come when it's meant to find you. Well, Shelby, are you connecting with anyone right now, honey? Yeah, I'm lost, Judith. What do you want him to elaborate on, sweetheart? You're a yo-yo. Okay, what did I miss? Why'd you time him out? Thank you, Graham. Judith, I didn't see anything about him saying I was Native American, sweetheart. He was actually agreeing with me. He actually said I do look Hawaiian. Someone else said I look Native American. I got you. Well, I answered the question, so. Because he asked and answered and asked right. I mean, he guessed right anyways. On a soul plane, you think you're connecting with your soulmate? Yeah, I think we're all connecting with our soulmate on a soul plane level, whether we recognize it or not. Beavis, because you're the exception, baby. You're really the only person who's ever come in here and guessed my ethnicity right. Like I said, everybody else thinks I'm Native American. Like, someone would have bet money that I'm Native American. And they actually got into a little argument with one of my mods one night. And then I had to go in there and correct him and tell him, no, I'm not. So, it's because it's a constant thing that comes up in here. And I think it's just the fact that why does it matter, that kind of thing. Yeah, Shelby, it's possible. The only thing is I've heard that, I guess depends on, what you believe. But some people, and what my spirit guides told me is, usually, if you want to use the actual title, spirit guide, that label, our family members usually aren't. Now, does that mean they don't partake in guiding us here? Yeah, they do. But they're not classified as a spirit guide to us. If that makes any sense. Hey, can I jump on that plane too with you? Moonchild and Shelby? This is true, Bob. So, it just depends, Shelby, who you ask. But that's what I was told. Because people always think that, like when we talk about even angels, like our guardian angel, okay, none of our loved ones who've been in, human form, are technically angels, right? But do they act kind of like a guardian angel because they do help watch over us from, the other side? Yes. But do you technically label them, being politically correct, we'll say, as an angel? No. No, that's cool, Judith. I understand, honey. I was just asking. Beavis, I'm Amanda. That's my name, honey. Shelby, I be taking several trips to Hawaii, girlfriend. And that's funny you say that. I was just shuffling this rebel deck. And it says take an effing trip. Go see some crap. Do some new things. Talk to people cooler than you. Now that's hilarious. Can't make that up. Thank you, Beavis. So yeah, Shelby, it's interesting, honey. Like my spirit guides that have come forward that I've seen, none of them are my family members. None of them. But does that mean that my family members aren't around too? Yes, they are. But they kind of like, they'll talk to me directly or they'll talk to my spirit guides and, kind of, get their take on what they think is going on or what needs to happen and so forth. Yes, Beavis. That's right, baby. Worthy of love or beloved or something like that. I actually had a keychain, a little keychain that had my name and it had the meaning of my name. Sounds gravy to me, Shelby. I gotta munch on something. Hi, Richard. You could see me as a lead singer of a goth metal band. That would be pretty cool. I can't sing though, baby. Absolutely, Moonchild. Shelby, for everyone, it's going to be different. Most people don't ever see their spirit guide, so they don't know what they look like. I've only had 2 of them step forward and show themselves to me. The others, I don't know what they look like. Actually, I take that back, 3, because a couple of the goddesses have stepped forward, and they're around me from time to time, which is Isis and Pele. So I've seen both of them, and then I've seen my main guide, which is the Indian chief. But not everyone gets to see theirs. Well, that's cool, Beavis. You live in Hawaii, Beavis? Okay, Richard Holcomb. Tonight is the Rebel Night. It's paid readings, and it's mini theme readings. If you want me to do a personal reading, to answer that question, you would have to come back to me tomorrow night. And it's $40 US to my Venmo, Zelle, or PayPal to do a personal reading. Yes, Moonfox. I've seen both of them. They actually surprised me. I was not expecting it. And see, I used to step forward because I have a past life. I actually have a couple, I think, in ancient Egypt. So, Isis is one of them because of that. The other one is obviously because of my Hawaiian heritage. So, Pele is a Hawaiian goddess. So it makes sense why she would be around me. And the Native American Indian chief, I think he picked to be my spirit guide. He wanted to be. But I hear I've had several past lives. Native American, being part of different tribes as a medicine woman and other things, so. And that's pretty cool, Moonchild, that you've seen yours, because most people don't see them. Because it's really up to your spirit guides if they want to show themselves to you or not. But sometimes people are afraid to see, you know, because that's part of clairvoyance. So not everybody is clairvoyant to be able to see. You know, when you see your spirit guides, you got to think of it in the context of being able to see a ghost. So, and that would be them. You know, they're just a spirit guide, not, you know, a ghost per se. But yeah, I've seen both. So, Isis and Pele are like my 2 goddesses, you can say. The third one would be Oshun. I love Oshun. I feel connected to her too. I'm gonna munch on some chips while I'm hanging out with y'all. It's 10, quarter to 11. Alright. I'll be here till midnight, y'all. If I don't get any paid readings, I'll shut it down at midnight. Randy, thank you for sharing your name, sweetheart. You've already said that to us a couple times, honey. I look 30, 28. Well, thank you, Beavis. I'm much older than that, baby. I'm 44. Dang it. Now I'm going to have to go get me some cheese. Yeah, Samoans are naturally built bigger in most cases. Alright, I gotta grab me some cheese, y'all. Be right back. Now I have some lunch. Since I haven't ate anything today. This is true, Judith. Samoan men tend to be very arrogant. You're right. But I think there's multiple cultures that can be that way, to be honest. That's pretty cool, Shelby. And I mean, I've never heard of that happening, beautiful, but doesn't mean it couldn't happen. I wouldn't take it away like that. I mean, when I've seen my angels, I've seen them in full form. Like a real, like what you would expect an angel to look like. But I could also see it happening that way too, just in a way to where you might be more receptive to them showing themselves because they don't want to scare you. That's the last thing they want to do. Beavis, how old are you, baby? Okay, you're 22. Well, oh, that's beautiful, Shelby. Okay, Beavis. Well, thank you for stopping in, baby. Come by and see me tomorrow night, because I stream 4 or 5 nights a week. Have a good night and a wonderful day tomorrow. Hi, Jedi. How you doing, beautiful soul? Oh, thank you, Beavis. I'm glad it's chilled out for you, baby. I try to keep it that way. It has its moments. Hi, Chris. Yeah, it feels good to sit down for a little bit. I'm sorry, Judith. Beautiful, you know me. I don't eat. Like, I hardly get an actual meal, so my dinner usually consists of beef jerky, chips, and cheese. So, and because I was up, all night and most of the morning, um, reorganizing my office and such, I only slept a few hours today. Oh, thank you, Eternal. Isn't he cute? That little character in your super sticker. Alright, Eternal. Hold on a minute, baby. Let me take a few bites of this cheese and chips, and then I'll do your reading, baby. Well, it looks like they finally fixed it, baby, so that's a good thing. Hi, Hannah. I noticed mine wasn't working the other day, too. But then the following day it was working. So, thank you, baby. I think YouTube has its moments with all the stupid glitches that goes on, so... Do it as a mini general for everybody. Okay, baby. Dang, I just got cold all of a sudden. Hi, Farzan. How you doing, honey? And hi, Nicole. Nicole, tonight is Rebel Wednesday. It's a mini Oracle theme reading. So I already got a couple decks that I'm pulling cards from. And I got a Rebel deck, which is just for laughs. If you're looking for a specific type of reading, like you want to ask a question, you would be better off waiting until tomorrow night. All right, Judith. Well, you have a good night, sweetheart. Sweet dreams to you. Oh, Lord, Shelby. Yeah, I hear that. You too, Judith. Thank you for being here and stopping in and saying hi to me, girlfriend. It's always good to see you. And Judith, you and I will touch base soon, beautiful. I'll try calling you again on one of my days off. I should have gotten a Mountain Dew. Doggone it. Hold on, y'all. Still need a Mountain Dew. Oh, that should help a little bit. All right, Shelby. Well, you have a good night, sweetheart. Sweet dreams to you. Have a good day tomorrow. See you tomorrow night, honey. Okay. Okay. He's very tall, huh, Moonchild? Must be a muscle man. I like the sound of that, Moonchild. Okay. Let's see. Judas, like, I can handle him. I'll rock his world. All right, beautiful people. If y'all just got here, tonight is the Oracle Rebel Wednesday night. So I pulled 2 different decks to get messages from that are Oracle decks. And then I also have my Rebel deck and the Smart Alex Sharky deck that I'll be using in case you're interested in a personal mini reading. And just so y'all beautiful people know, one of my mods, Eternal Darkness, aka Eternal Light, just purchased a group chat mini reading. So beautiful people, take whatever messages resonate, leave behind the rest. If something don't fit, don't force it to fit, y'all. Okay. And please tell Eternal Light thank you. I would greatly appreciate it. Alright. Let's see. Let me pull the cards and then I'll do the reading for y'all. Ooh, I just saw a bluish purple orb. It was right here. Right as I closed my eyes, it appeared. Spirit, show me. 4. What the thing to hear right now. This one's pretty too. Mutually beneficial venture. Okay. And then do this one. Spirit. Show me. 11:11 on the dot. Beautiful people, make a wish. Begin. I just heard begin again. Back on it. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful blessing. All right, Spirit. Spirit. Can I get one card, please? Aw, that's beautiful, Bob. Spirit wanted to say hi to you. I love that. Spirit. Alright. I can imagine it scared the blazes out of you. It would have scared me too, baby. Especially when you're not expecting it and you don't see it coming. Alright, beautiful people. So again, this is a mini oracle theme reading. That's for the chat. It's collective. This was paid for by Eternal Darkness, so please thank him if you haven't done so already. I greatly appreciate it. And if you're interested in a mini oracle theme reading tonight, it's $10 going through the stream using Super Chat or Super Sticker. But if you go through my Venmo, Zelle, or PayPal, it's $5 US. Okay, beautiful people. So, from the beautiful Hawaiian oceans, this is mutually beneficial venture. This is an extraordinary connection at the forefront of your life at this moment. Utilize this relationship to benefit everyone concerned. And it says, deepen your awareness of a relationship, which may be a romantic love, a friendship, or a business association. It indicates that the spirit of cooperation and mutual interest supports this connection. Make sure you are doing whatever is necessary to foster better communication and to strengthen what is already in place. Use balance, respect, compassion, and understanding, as these traits will improve all relationships at this time. This connection may offer a new perspective or insight. So strive to be more thoughtful and kinder, not only to a companion, but also to yourself. To be truly loved, deeply treasured, and valued highly by others, create those feelings for yourself. Work towards loving yourself more and having high regard for the truth of who you are. When you value yourself, others cannot help but respond to you in an equally affirmative manner. The clownfish and sea have a special relationship. They can paralyze and kill their prey with their stinging tentacles, but clownfish are protected from their venom. Clownfish have a mucus on their skin that keeps them from feeling the sting of the tentacles. And the clownfish live in partnership with certain species and shelter among the numerous tentacles. The clownfish are protected from their predators and in turn keep some harmful elements from them. I didn't know all that about clownfish. That's interesting. So be mutually beneficial to others. So Spirit's saying there's an extraordinary connection right now in your life at this moment. And this relationship that you have, Spirit's encouraging you to utilize it to the best of your ability to help yourself and others. But open yourself up to this connection and have more of the compassionate, caring, respectful understanding for them and for all the other people in your life. Be positive and make sure you're doing whatever you can to strengthen and communicate well with whoever this person is, if this resonates, and the people around you. I would encourage you to open up more. Sure, is there always that risk of, being betrayed by someone. Yes, there's always going to be that risk. That comes with love. That's life. But it's almost like Spirit saying, even though there might be a risk, there could still be a benefit to this risk for you by opening up to that connection. If in the event that someone were to hurt you deeply, there's still something that you can learn and grow from this relationship if you utilize it to the best of your ability. And see yourself, I feel like, with them. You know, like I pick up the energy of like a mirror. So there might be someone in your life right now who mirrors some of your best traits, but also possibly some of your worst traits, as we all have light and darkness in us. And that might be bringing forth a sense of having to acknowledge some things that maybe we want to remain hidden from. And yeah, it could be venomous to our relationships. It can, carry a dark cloud around our lives if we allow it to. But what Spirit's saying is you're still protected from this relationship. You know, yeah, there might be things that trigger you from this person or from others, but there's something that's still mutually beneficial to you and to that person and others in all your relationships, to have these relationships and to remain open and keep them, no matter how scary it gets, no matter how many times you want to run away instead of being, vulnerable and getting close to someone. Spirit's asking you to, break from all that fear and have some courage, to have more love, more compassion and consideration for this person and others. So I just heard be brave. Like, be brave and be bold. Isn't that a pretty card? Alright. And then the other card I have is Begin. And it says, may you start as if you have already begun. And it says, the moment you sight the sea, breathe in the air, breathe in the salty air, touch the very edge. When you taste the promise of renewal, hear the fear and the questioning, and the anticipation of beginning, you have already stepped in. So Spirit's asking you to keep moving. Whether you just started something, whether you just began or not. The fact that you're taking a step forward already shows that you've already begun, instead of waiting on the sidelines to begin, to proceed. But Spirit wants you to also enjoy the moment when you take one step forward. Enjoy your surroundings. Enjoy the fresh air. What is the sounds in your environment? Are you outside or are you inside? Are you around wildlife where you hear birds chirping? Or maybe you see a squirrel, jump down from the tree to grab food on the ground. Maybe you see a hawk or a pigeon or a crow. So what are those things around you that kind of make you, really appreciate the moment and take it all in? And that kind of gives you that little twinkle to go forward and not be afraid of it. Because Spirit's saying they want you to be blessed to take that next step. And do it as if, it's already been you've already taken it, and maybe you're still waiting. And maybe this is also where you got to take a deep breath and allow your fears to melt away so you can begin. Start again. Don't be afraid to start again. In life, there's always a new chapter. There's always a new chapter to turn the page to, where you can start over or begin again. That's what I keep hearing. Don't be afraid to turn the page to the next chapter of your life. And then the Rebel card I pulled for y'all. Well, let me start with the smart out with the Sharky card first. The Sharky card I have here is courage. Time to get the F moving. It takes courage to swim into the unknown. So again, here we talking about fears. Begin again. You know, take the first step. Don't be afraid. Have the boldness. Have the courage. Have the tenacity. Instead of, running away from it, run towards it. Be out there on the open sea. Do you see the sun? How it's reflecting off the water? Or maybe even the dolphins you see swimming around in the ocean as you're out there on that boat. Or maybe you're out there swimming and you just see a dolphin suddenly jump up and come around you. Or maybe just like, the clownfish. Maybe you go down into the waters and you see these fish swimming around you. Take in that moment. Whenever we take, one step into the ocean, there's always that potential of danger. We all know that there's, danger out there in the sea. It could be a jellyfish that comes up and stings you. It could be an octopus. And yeah, you can always get bit by a shark. There's always that chance. But we still aren't afraid because we enjoy the moment we spend out there in the open ocean, in the water, in the surroundings. Both, just to be in water because it's soothing, it's healing, but also to see what's below the ocean, to see what's down there on the ocean floor. It's a chance to discover. And in discovering what's below on the ocean floor allows us to also help discover ourselves to begin. That's courage. Going out there. Even though there's always that potential of danger, we still don't allow it to stop us. And we have that courage step forward and go and move into it. So have that courage, beautiful people. That's what the Smarty Sharky has to say to y'all. And then the Rebel card is, you are loved. It says, you are here for a reason, so don't F it up. You are here for a reason, so don't F it up. And don't forget that, beautiful people. We all are here for a reason. And yeah, sure, we can mess up. But you know what? Even if we fall down, we can get up and try again. That's courage. That's being brave. That's begin again. Start again. And not stopping until we get to the next chapter, the next phase of our life, or the finish line. So, if you needed that reminder that you're here for a reason, there's your confirmation. And that's what I have for y'all, beautiful people. For that general collective chat reading that was paid for again by Eternal Darkness, aka Eternal Light. So thank you so much. Again, Eternal, for the donation, baby. And please don't forget to thank Eternal. Oh, Bob, that's beautiful, baby. I would love that. You're welcome, Moonchild. Anytime, honey. You're welcome. I hope that resonates for y'all. That would be cool, Bob. I would enjoy that. I wouldn't mind having a little pond in my yard. I actually wanted a little like waterfall in my yard. my old neighbor and I actually had talked about it because at my old house in the backyard, it's a hill. And so we were talking about like using that hill in the backyard as like the foundation to do an actual like little waterfall pond. I wanted to do it so bad, but it would have cost money to do it. Yeah, I think it wouldn't have. I think he quoted me. Rough estimate was like $5,000. It's like I can't do that right now. But I had already done a few other things to my yard that he did, like putting up the stones that surrounded all the flower beds I had, plus all the flowers that I had planted. He did for me, so. Hello, somewhere is going. Oh, that sounds like heaven, Bob. I would love that, baby. I really would. I love anything that has to do with water, and I love waterfalls. So, I plan on putting one in my yard one day. One day, I will. Cool beans, moonshine. Yeah, y'all had the acreage to do it on, too. My yard here is a lot bigger than the yard at my old house, but it's only a half an acre of land, but I got a bigger front yard than I had anticipated having. Yeah, Eternal. Maybe that was Spirit saying that you're meant to have it. I would leave it the way it is, baby. That's Mother Nature working. That would have been so relaxing, Moonchild. I probably would have never left that area. I would have built me a tent outside. But that makes perfect sense too, Moonchild, because you're a Cancer. So you're a water sign. Hi, Larry. That's funny. Let's stand up for a little bit. I'm Gravy. Thank you for asking, Larry. How you doing? Ouch. Oh, wow. Moonchild, that sucks, honey. I hate to hear that. So you're already ready for fall weather. Is that what you're saying, Larry? I don't blame you. I am too, except for my body ain't gonna be ready for it, but that's okay. I'll be alright. A 101 degrees today? Where are you at, Larry? I don't know what the weather was here today. It just didn't rain, that's all I know. And it started to become sunny out there. Okay. The dry heat desert. It's 71 right now. Going on close to midnight. Hey, that's a nice temperature, Moonchild. I'd sleep outside. I still don't know what the temperature is here right now. So y'all are having a drought, Larry? I know many states are right now. I could have sent y'all some of the rain I got here because it wasn't until like June. What was it? June, first week of July. It seemed like it rained every freaking day. It's like, when is it gonna stop? Hi, Finn. How you doing, baby? What's going on with you, Finn? Gotta get me a Mountain Dew. I can't believe I forgot to grab me a Mountain Dew earlier. Oh, well that's awesome, Finn. So you got your art all hung up in the art gallery now? And you went berry picking, huh? That sounds like fun, baby. Did you pick a lot of strawberries and blueberries to make me a strawberry cheesecake? I know, Bob. Don't you hate that? It's like, you know there's something you could still do, but it's like your body's saying, nope, not anymore. You're done. Like, I forced my body to help to get as much done last night as I could. Organizing my office again. Sweet. I love blackberries too, Finn. Blackberry cheesecake? I bet that'd be good. Just sprinkle some strawberries in it. I would eat that. You ate so many. Are you gonna turn into a blackberry now? Yeah, baby, it's been bothering me on and off. Hello, Adam. Hello, Matthew. You're from Germany, huh? I'm in the United States. Yeah, Finn, it's just been on and off, baby, with my back. It's because I was up all night. And so I sat in this chair a lot longer than I had anticipated doing. Organizing things, moving my decks around. So at least most of my decks are pretty much well organized where I could see them all clearly now. Oh, thank you, baby. Yeah, I'll be good, honey. Hi, Shade. How you doing, beautiful? Thank you, Adam. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel a lot better, Finn, that I got most of it organized. Like, I got, you know those shoe hangers that you can hang on like a door? And it has, you know, so many slots to hang, you know, put your shoes in to kind of help organize. Oh, thank you, Shay. I got 3 of those. And they have 24 slots each. And I filled up all 3 of them with Oracle decks that I have. And that's not counting the one I have in boxes. Those are just the ones I had in tarot cloth bags. And then, yeah, I started putting the stuff on my other shelf over here. I think that was a brilliant idea. Yeah, I thought about it. It's like, I was trying to figure out how can I best organize this, because I just wanted to hang something on the wall. So I don't have to go out and buy another actual shelf or table or anything. And this gives me a lot more room without having to take up floor space. Oh, you're so funny, Shade. And thank you, honey. I thought it was a cool idea because I had one at my old house for my shoes. So when I was trying to figure out how to organize everything, it just came to mind. And it's worked out perfectly. So I actually probably need, I could probably use 2 or 3 more of them. And then I'll just hang it on the other side of the closet door. So I got 2 of them hanging on one side of the closet door. I just need 2 more to hang off on the other side. So I can put a few more decks in there. And then I'll have still some room for any other decks I get in the future. Have a place to put them. Use dowsing rods. Oh, thank you, Shade. I try, honey. It really is, Shade. I mean, because that's like, I was sitting there thinking about it. It's like, you know what'd be cool to have? It's like one of those spinner display cases you see like at souvenir stores that have like postcards and such. That'd be cool to have, you know, and have it sitting somewhere where I can just put some decks in that and be able to spin it around to be able to see it. Um, but then I thought about, um, but it would make more sense to hang something on the wall to where you're not taking up floor space. And since I really don't have any decorations on my wall with the exception to those angel wings back there, why not? So initially I was going to hang them on the wall like right here to the left of me or over here to my right. But I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I want to put holes in my walls just yet. So it's like, well, those doors will work. So so I'm happy I got them and it's worked out. I just hope that I hope they're strong enough to hold up that kind of weight, because that's a lot of decks in one of them. And it's a little heavy, so keeping my fingers crossed it doesn't break. And then it's gonna all, you know, that'd be my luck. They'd all break, and I'd come in here one morning and find all my cards shuffled everywhere. I just heard something. Sounds like Toby. Toby over there scratching the wall again. Hey, baby, I understand, Bob. I'd probably fall asleep too, baby. If I was go like sit in my bed, I promise you, I'd fall asleep sitting up. I already know. cool beans, Finn. I know, Shade. I'd want one of those spinner display holders. I think it'd be cool to have. I think it would make sense, too. I would just need it to be big enough to put, you know, those decks in. Size-wise, I don't know if the size of it would be big enough to hold some of them, but I would try and use it. All right, Moonchild. Well, thank you for hanging out with us, girlfriend. I hope you have a wonderful night. Sweet dreams to you. See you tomorrow. Good night, Moonchild. Um, did I open an account? I believe I did, Finn, but I haven't been back on it. Um, yeah, I'll have to look at it. I can't remember which name it's under. I should have wrote all that stuff down, and I didn't. Oh, cool beans, Finn. Yeah, I need to start posting on it. It's the last date on my list right now. I've still been working on, you know, the memberships and getting all the general collective readings pre-recorded. Um, and like I said, organizing my office and all that. So I do have a list of things to do like that, what you're talking about, Finn, and I will eventually get there. I just got to get these other few things out of the way first. But yeah, that's cool, baby. I'll be able to check out more of your stuff. Okay, Shay. Well, you have a good night, sweetheart. Oh, and I will, I'm sure, probably here in a few minutes. Looks like I smoked a joint. Does it? What, my eyes look heavy or something? Hello, Rena. Well, it's probably because I only slept a few hours today. Um, but what's crazy is I don't feel tired right now. However, I know if I was gonna lay in my bed right now, even just sit in it, once that blanket, because I got a thick blanket, once I cover myself up with that blanket, it's over with. I'm out. Oh, thank you, honey. Hey, Eternal. Yes, he is, Ben. Yeah, I mean, I might look tired to you. I don't feel it. But I've been up most of the night. Yeah, so they say. That's what I hear. Sofa ain't going nowhere. No, and it definitely ain't going nowhere. You're right about that. I'm gonna leave that one behind. I still hear Toby scratching. Hold on, let me go check on Toby and the other cats real quick. I hear him trying to scratch on one of the walls. And I don't need him tearing the paint off my wall or my door. And not only is that cat fat, he is strong too. I don't know how my cat did this, but he moves his litter box up against the wall. Because I didn't put it there. So that's what I kept hearing. I kept hearing this scratch and this tapping up against the wall because he was over there in his litter box. Silly cat. Hi, Curtis. How you doing, baby? Good to see you, honey. You know what, Finn? That's quite alright, baby. Alright, good night, Shay. Sweet dreams to you, honey. Okay. Now I just gotta figure out how I want to resort out the rest of my decks because before I had it separated by like category, and now it's kind of all mixed up again. Plus my all my different tarot decks that I have. Is that right? Okay, see you, bye. And the trolls come out at night. It's like what? Oh, it's midnight, of course. They won't come in here, act a fool. Oh. Well, my beautiful people, I'll hang out for a couple more minutes, and then I think I'll shut it down, since it's another quiet night. Well, I mean, Curtis, they are freaks after all, baby. Just not the good kind of freaks. But yeah, they do come out at night. Freaks, aka trolls. They just ain't getting down freaky with anyone. They would never be that lucky. No matter how hard they try, they are still covered in Cheeto dust. I'm terrible. I can't help it. So what's the gravy, Curtis? What you been up to, baby? I mean, you know. It makes me think of that old song. I don't even know why the name of that song's coming forward because it's not even about anything like that. I think it's called Freak a Leak. It's an old song from like the 90s, I think. It's kind of like a little bit of R&B and hip-hop mixed in there. Trying to get rid of stuff. High gratitude. This is true, honey. I enjoy the quiet nights, don't get me wrong. The only downside to it is you don't make money when it's quiet like that, so. But yeah, it helps. Well, especially when I'm, you know, reorganizing my office. I mean, I was able to get all the Oracle decks that I had that was kind of like piling on top of each other that was taking up most of my desk. I was able to hang those in those shoe holders that you hang on like your closet door. Um, so I got 3 of those hanging up right now, and I filled up every single slot with an oracle deck. And I know there's a few of them that have 2 oracle decks in the slots, but um, and I even had, you know, a few slots to put my dice in as well. So I hung those up in those slots too. And then that big bookshelf, this shelf, and then this one back here is filled up. I just now got to organize it again. Whether I want to keep all my tarot decks together or separate it by category, I hadn't decided yet. What would make more sense? But yeah, so I stayed up late last night doing that. So at least I have it all better organized where I can see it all. Because I finally emptied out my shelves that's in this desk that I had filled up with different decks before. And I finally moved them onto shelves. But I still got other decks over there that aren't situated. They're just kind of like, you know, they look like they were just put over there instead of looking organized. Oh, yes, honey. It was a lot. It was a lot more than I was expecting it to be. I mean, I knew I had a lot of decks, but I didn't realize I had that many that I needed a place to put. So now I finally got my ottoman back. I got a few things laying on it, but that's just from the oracle decks I was using for tonight. But once I put that stuff back, at least I can use my ottoman if I wanted to prop my feet up. Oh, thank you, gratitude. I'm glad you like them, honey. Some of those decks are pretty cool. And I was happy I got them because, you know, I can actually do readings from different topics and go about reading it completely different too, from different angles. So I was glad I got all those. There's still some more out there I want to get, but that'll come. I'm not getting them right now. I gotta wait. Get a couple other things done that's more important. But yeah, I'll be trying. I'm still working on getting my membership started next month. You like my dice? I love the dice too. And I got a few sets of them. Well, I've been using some of the new decks here and there, Curtis. Like when I did the General Collective mini theme reading, all of the ones, all the decks I used, both Oracle decks outside of the Rebel, are from new decks I have. And then, oh wow, that was wild, y'all. I just saw a flash of light blue hit my wall. Like it was a spirit orb, but it was like a flash and it was a huge space. So hi, beautiful spirit. So I do got plenty of decks that I'm sure you haven't seen, Curtis, if you haven't been here like throughout the night. You probably would have missed some of them, but some of them I haven't used yet on the stream or even on a reading. But I got plenty of them. A lot of them are directed towards love and different angles, approaching love. Several of them have to do with your money and career manifestations. And there's a few over there that's for like your personal spiritual growth or self-care type energy. And then I have new tarot decks that I haven't used yet either. I actually have 1 or 2 decks back there that I have not used at all. I'm ashamed to say that I haven't pulled them out in a year that I need to pull out. So yeah, I think the new decks kind of give it all a different point of view, different stance on how to look at something differently, especially when it comes to relationships, whether it's romantic love or friendship or family. And knowing that, it is art after all, so the images will resonate with some people, but may not resonate with everyone. But if I were to pull out a different deck, it would probably be the opposite. Might resonate with the people that the first deck wasn't resonating, and then it wouldn't resonate with the ones who, or it would resonate with the ones the first deck was not resonating. You love the angel decks? I do too, gratitude. I haven't really been using mine lately. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I probably got one or two that I haven't used at all. That are tarot decks, actually. And then I do have a couple of oracle angel decks that I haven't read from at all either. I have them, but I haven't used them yet. So it'll give me a chance to pull more of those different oracle decks out and use them. I just grab the ones that Spirit tells me to get, usually. So hopefully over the next few months, I'll be able to see more. I'll be able to showcase more of the different decks that I have. When I do readings, y'all can see more of them. Yes, Curtis, I do. I have a Wolf Tarot deck, and then I have a, well, I actually have two Wolf Tarot decks. One's like the regular tarot deck, but it has images of wolves on it. The other one is kind of more like an oracle deck, but maybe I would call it probably more like a Kipper deck in actuality. Let's see. Speaking of, I think this is my Wolf Tarot right here. Yep. See? Here's my Wolf Tarot deck. There's the Eight of Pentacles. And here's the Sun. That's a beautiful card with the wolves. And her in a white dress. So yeah, I have that one. And then I have the other one. I would love to have a couple actual Oracle wolf decks, but I haven't gotten to them yet. To getting them. I think I've seen one out there. But I'll get it at some point. This one I've pulled from several times. I actually pulled from it last week. But this is all just in black and white. So, like here's one. This is kind of like what it looks like, Curtis. So they're all black and white like that. With different images. No, baby, I didn't get a chance to yet. I got them on my list, and I got busy with everything else. But I will. It's gonna give me some time to get to it. I don't know how to say your name. I'm just gonna say Tapai something. I don't know what you're talking about, but you're rude. Oh, my back, aka tailbone, is feeling better. It still gets inflamed. I mean, it was inflamed earlier. Um, so I still have to kind of like get up and stand for a few minutes, walk around. Um, because I was in here all night last night into this morning. I was in here until like 11 o'clock, I think, this morning, organizing my office. It allowed me to get more movement, so I'm not just sitting still. Um, but, you know, it still gets swollen just from me sitting here at different times. But it's getting better, baby. Thank you for asking. How you feeling? Are you feeling good, Curtis? I do have... I did have another deck that has wolves on it. Which deck was it? It might have been one of the other heritage decks that I have. Oh, you're welcome, baby. Well, thank you for asking about me, too. I'm happy you're gravy. It's good to be gravy. Even if we're missing the biscuits and sausage right now. Oh, man. My medicine's gonna start hitting me. And that's gonna put me out. I gotta stand up. My eyes are getting heavy. You know, Curtis, what do you mean by a bad reading? I know. I'm missing the sausage and biscuits too, baby, trust me. But that's okay, I'm working on getting the sausage and biscuits. Excuse me. Something scary. Um, there has been on a few occasions where I've read for someone and the energy was very heavy and I would pick up on their emotional and mental state because of my empath abilities. I would feel exactly what they were feeling. So like one person I read for one day, I remember I had a lot of chest tightness and I felt like I couldn't breathe at times. I felt like someone was even like choking me. But that's pretty much because that's how that person felt because they were dealing with a lot of anxiety and stress. So that's what I picked up from them. So if that's what you mean, the answer is yes. I've had things like that happen before. And that wasn't that long ago. That was only like a few months ago. So, that's one of the reasons why, you know, people may not ever understand that people like me who do personal tarot readings, why we charge what we do, but the fact that we charge is because we don't know what we're tapping into. We don't know what kind of energy that person has who's asking for a personal reading, just as much as we don't know who's they're interacting with. Until we open up that channel to connect to their energy, we're not going to know. And then that's where it can drain us. And it can drain us pretty fast, too. Hello, King Domain. Alan Dominguez. If you want a personal reading from me, you would have to wait till tomorrow night. And my readings are $40 US. I don't do free readings. It's like, I wonder who some of these people are. I hate that YouTube's changed this now, because I don't know who people are anymore. By the different handle name that's showing up in the chat, unless it matches what your original chat name was. Well, King Domain, if you're gonna leave and be back, I don't know when you're coming back, honey. But I'm getting ready to shut the stream down. Because it's already been 2.5 hours almost. And it's quiet. And so I'm gonna conserve my energy. So I can get some things done in the process and be able to be strong for y'all when I come back tomorrow night. Ouch. Yeah, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, beautiful people. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, thank you. Gratitude. You too, honey. So I'm going to say goodnight, beautiful people. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. I'm wishing y'all nothing but love and light and a beautiful, wonderful day tomorrow. Sweet dreams to everybody. Hope to see y'all back here tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern. Good night.